What's up YouTube, 24 Trivia here, and today I will be profiling my Dark Diviner Turbo deck for the September 2013 format. Um, Dark Diviner is an interesting synchro. It requires one Dark Tuner and one non-tuner insect, and it has quite a few good effects. It can't be destroyed in battle, and if the attack target, when it attacks, if the target has higher attack, it gains attack equal to the difference until the end of the battle phase, and if it destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, the opponent mills 3 cards. This is good against a good bit of decks, but there are a couple that you don't want to use. You don't want to mill stuff, such as Dragon Rulers. But if it gets rid of their bullshit monsters, then you don't have to worry. And interesting note, this gets around stuff like Crimson Blader because it's a level 4 and you can't summon level 5 or higher monsters. I guess that's all the explaining I gotta do about Dark Diviner, so let's get into the profile. First, 3 Dark Bug. When it's normal summon, you can special a level 3 tuner from your graveyard and negate its effects. I play 5 level 3 tuners. So this thing is pretty live all the time, and then you summon this, get your tuner, and then you have an instant Dark Diviner. Next, 3 Junk Synchron. You can combo this with the Dark Bug. These can get each other out, and then you get a Dark Diviner. And there's also a couple other combos with it. 2 Tour Guide, because Tour Guide can get you an instant rank 3, and you can go for stuff like Dark Resonator. That's the optimal play. Go Tour Guide, Dark Resonator. That way the other Tour Guide that way you can summon another Tour Guide and use that too. And Dark Resonator you can get out with Dark Bug as well, and then go for your level 4 Synchro. Next I play 2 Armageddon Knight. When it's summoned, you can send a dark monster from your deck to the graveyard. This sets up a few different options. Like, you can summon this, send a Dark Bug, next turn have a Junk Synchron, and then make either a 4 or an 8. Or I don't have any 7s, so you can't make 7s, but yeah, pretty good. Next I play 1 Wisel. Since Dark Diviner can't be destroyed by battle, you'd have to destroy it by a card effect, and then this can be summoned right away, and then it can steal the opponent's Synchro and gain its attack, and can negate 1 spell per turn during either player's turn. So yeah. Plus, and it's dark, so if your opponent has like a Catastrophe, they can't get over it. Yeah, it's a pretty nasty threat to deal with. Play 1 Dark Spider. It can increase itself by 2, or Dark Bug by 2. Excuse me, they're the only insects I have. I mainly boost itself, and then I have a Junk or a Resonator, and then I can go for my 1 6-star Synchro. Next, 1 Cyber Dragon, because you can just free summon with it if you have no monsters. Dark Arm. There's a ton of darks in the deck, so Dark Arm Dragon is a pretty good option. And then lastly, 1 Blackluster Soldier, because it's Blackluster Soldier and actually helps the deck out quite a bit. On to spells. 2 MST. I was playing 3 before the format change, but now I feel I need to play 2 so I have space for other things. 2-Pot of Duality. This deck's pretty special summon reliant, but it does need to dig for some pieces, so I play 2 Duality. Some staples: Darkhole, Foolish, Rhoda, and Allure. Allure, because I can just draw 2 cards, banish a dark. If it's level 4 Allure, get back with Leviair. And then the rest are staples. 2 tuning, search out my junk synchron, then mill a card. If I mill a dark bug, yay. If I mill a dark spider, yay. Next, 2 dark eruption, get back. This gets back every dark in the deck except for Wisel and Dark Armed. And yeah, it's pretty good. Next, 2 Forbidden Lance, protection, and plus, if your opponent has something that has more attack than your Dark Diviner, you can damage step Lance their monster, it'd be destroyed, and then they have to mill 3 cards during their turn. And it is a pretty nasty way to win. Last spell I play is Pot of Duplicity. It's coming out in Shadow Specters, I believe. There's a lot of different types, like Dark Bug's an insect, Junk Synchron's a warrior, Tour Guide and Dark Resonator, fiends, Wisel and Cyber Dragon are machines, Dark Armed, a dragon. There's a couple of different types in the extra deck. So Pot of Duplicity is really good, but it costs you your battle phase, and that's really the only downside. So yeah, it's pretty good. On the traps, Compulse and Bottomless. I could not find room for Salamorning, and Torrential Tribute would hurt this deck too much, so I'm only playing those 2. Next, 2 Safe Zone. Safe Zone plus Diviner is really good. Safe Zone plus Stardust is a pain in the ass to deal with. And Safe Stardust is actually a really nice destruction protection lock. Because, let's say they went to MST the Safe Zone, you contribute Stardust off. They still lose. They lose their MST, you lose your Safe Zone, but you keep your Stardust. So that's where it's pretty good. Next, 2 Call the Haunted. This is Monster Reborn's banned. You gotta play. I feel like this is kind of necessary now for the revival. And lastly, 2 Mirror Force to hit on everything really. Side deck, 2 Veiler, 2 Electric Virus for the Dragon matchup. 2 Kinetic Soldier. These may or may not stay in. They're here for now. 2 Raikou, because Raikou's destruction, and it gives me 1 more synchro I like to play. The 1 Thunder King that was at 2 and then went to 1. Now I'm not exactly happy about Thunder King going to 1, but I'm still playing it. Spells, the 3rd Lance, the 3rd MST, more protection spells. 2 Double Cyclone. I can hit 1 spell or trap on each side of the field with this, but it can't hit itself. You go -1, but if your opponent has like something you don't need or you don't need to deal with, you can hit it. And plus, if you have like a dead Call of the Haunted on the field or a dead Fiendish Chain, you can target that and you get some space on your field and you kind of benefit. So yeah, double cyclone's good, and then Phoenix Chain's just here for whatever. X-Deck Armory Arm, because it's a 4-star synchro, and it's really good. I already talked about Dark Diviner. I play 2 of them. I play Catastor, because this deck can make level 5 synchros relatively easy. Underground Arachnid, this is where Dark Spider comes in, because you can bump it to 3, and then Junk Synchron's a 3, and then this is a 6, and then you can equip your opponent's monster, and that's a one-time protection from battle. And if it attacks, your opponent can't activate spell or traps until the end of the damage step. So it can't be Mirror Force, Cylinder, Deep Prison, shit like that. Frozen Fitzgerald. This is where Raikou comes in because it requires a beast. It also prevents spell and trap activations when it attacks. And if it would be destroyed by battle, yeah, when it is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, if you control no monsters, you can discard a card to special summon it back in defense position. With a solid 25-25, it's pretty tough to get rid of. And then for 8s, Stardust and Scrap Dragon, they're pretty standard anymore. On to Xyz monsters, 1 Chrononaut, because Chrononaut is pretty fun to do first turn, go Tour Guide, Resonator, make a Chrononaut. If they want to attack it, I can detach the Resonator. If they destroy by a card effect, I have my BLS set up. Because Chrononaut's a light. And that's why it's good. Next, 2 Leviair. Because Dark Diviner is a 4. So if it gets banished for whatever reason, you can, after being summoned successfully, you can bring it back with Leviair. And then wreak more havoc with it. And Leviair is a really fun card to do that play with. I don't know where I'm going with that. Next, Zen Mines, because Zen Mines is good in anything. Rank 4s. I don't make these very often, but I have them in case I do need to make them. I just play Black Ship, Cowboy, and Pappy. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. And 24 Tributor, signing out.